Hi everyone, today I filmed this entire look using Ulta Beauty makeup, like their brand Ulta Beauty. I went ahead and used my points and picked up enough stuff to create a full face, and that's what I did. I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. I'm going to talk more about the products at the very end of the video. You might not know this, but I do work at Ulta. I've been there for about 4 months now. It's seriously like the best job ever. I love it so much. I love helping customers. I love making customers feel beautiful. It's seriously the best feeling when you work with a customer that has concerns with how they look or like skin concerns or whatever, and you put makeup on them and they look in the mirror and they are shocked and they love what they see. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. But yeah, I don't really have anything else to say left for the intro. The makeup part will be a voiceover, and then at the very end I'm going to kind of review the products, tell you what I liked and what I didn't like and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy the video. I'm starting out with the Ulta Beauty Primer. I'll leave all of the names of everything down below. I didn't show a clip of me using it because I look so ugly when I put things on my face. But I'm now going in with the Ulta Beauty HD Soft Focus Liquid Foundation, and I'm using the shade Light to Medium Warm. I felt like the shade matched pretty well on my skin. I'm very much not self-tanned right now, and I am, not spending as much time in the sun. I did have to go in with a second layer of this, and I found that it didn't have the best coverage even with the second layer, and it also was kind of slippery when blending. So I don't know, I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the video. I'm now going in with the Ulta Full Coverage Liquid Concealer, and it's waterproof. I don't know much about it being waterproof, but I do know that the full coverage claim is a little bit false in my opinion. I didn't find this concealer to be incredibly full coverage. It did enough where it made my skin look okay, but it was nowhere near even my Urban Decay Naked Skin. I just used the brush to blend all the concealer out and then a beauty blender to blend underneath my eyes. That's how I do my concealer pretty much always. Here's a clip of me struggling to get any powder out of the mineral setting powder. I ended up taking that insert out and I used it to bake, and I felt like it did a really good job. Everything came out really nice and smooth. I'm now going in with the Ulta Beauty Brow Pencil. I really enjoyed using this brow pencil. I felt like it did a good job filling in my brows. I felt like I had a good amount of control. It wasn't too soft where it came out really intense. I felt like it did a really nice job at kind of, filling it in, shaping. It was easy to break up with the spoolie at the end. I'm now going in with the full coverage concealer and I'm sculpting out my brows. Like I previously said, the concealer is not full coverage really at all. It's a good medium coverage. So it didn't do the best job at sculpting out my brows. I do like a very full coverage concealer for that, but it did the job okay. I'm going in with the eyeshadow palette from Ulta Beauty, and I'm using the shade Jamie. This is the Matte Neutrals 12-piece eyeshadow palette. This palette blended out really nicely. I had really no issues with it whatsoever. I just am building up that color in Jamie, and I also am pretty sure I dipped into Ashley and a little bit of Tiffany as well. And now I'm going into Kira, and using that to kind of warm up the eye look. This palette definitely misses a warm toned orangey brown that I really love, but I made it work. I'm going in with Courtney on a smaller, fluffy blending brush, and I'm getting that a little bit more deep into the crease. And then now I'm taking that full coverage concealer and I'm using it to cut the crease. Now for the star of the show, this is the Glitter Eye Top Coat in the shade Born to Shine. This was so beautiful on the lid. It was really easy to work with and apply. It wasn't chunky at all. I didn't have fallout with it. Just super beautiful glitter. I loved it. I think that Ulta Beauty did a great job with this Glitter Eye Top Coat. I'm now just going in with some more of those matte shades to kind of deepen up the look and make sure that everything looks nice and blended. And now I'm just taking a generic brown liner from the brand. This came in the Beauty Blockbuster thing, and I'm using that to line my eyelids and I'm smudging it out. Now I'm taking a spoolie and I'm fluffing up the fake lashes that I got. The ones that I fluffed up are on the right. I think you can see a pretty significant difference between the two. They look a lot better and a lot less cheap. And now I'm going in with this mascara. I don't have the mascara right by me, but let me tell you, this mascara is bomb. I am going to definitely start recommending it to people. It is such a good mascara. I will leave the name of it down below, but like look at that difference. Oh my goodness. It's insane. This mascara performed so nicely. I'm now just applying the lashes just, you know, as I would apply lashes. I had really no issue. And then this product I really love from Ulta Beauty. I found out through Kim. This is their lash separator. And now I'm just smudging some matte eyeshadow down on my lower lash line. And now I'm taking the contouring kit and putting some contour on my face. It's, you know, pretty warm for a contour. They definitely advertise it more as bronzers, but the whole kit as a contour kit, I don't know what Ulta's thinking. Now I'm taking this Bake, Sculpt, and Glow 3-in-1 palette. I'm taking the bronzer side. The bronzer was super pigmented. The whole thing was really pigmented, but I wasn't expecting the bronzer to be so intense, so I definitely had to blend it out a little bit more. But in the future when I use this, I'll definitely go in with a light hand. I thought the color was nice. It was a little bit warm and shimmery, but it was really nice. And then I'm taking the highlighter portion of that. The highlighter was beautiful. It was nice and simple. Definitely gave a glow, but it wasn't super intense, which is totally fine. But the color was really nice and the consistency was really nice. Looked great on the skin. And now I'm taking the blush shade in the Trio and I'm just applying that to the cheeks. I loved the shade of the blush. I thought it complemented my skin tone and it was just a nice flush of color. I'm taking that mineral setting powder on my sponge and I'm cleaning up the contour. I felt like it went a little bit low. And I'm also kind of resetting my nose. My nose kind of was breaking up a little bit with the product. I'm now going in with the Ulta Beauty Automatic Lip Liner in Spice. This liner kind of sucked. It definitely broke up on me and it kind of chunked and it was just no good. There are much better lip liners out there and lip liners from the drugstore that are really good. For example, ColourPop makes really great lip liners. This one definitely flopped. Like this one was no good. I don't really recommend it, but the shade is really pretty. And the lipstick that I'm using is just their Ulta Beauty lipstick in the shade Stay Fierce. This lipstick was really beautiful. It paired really nicely with the lip liner, and I loved the feel of the lipstick. It was really nice. And now I'm just going in with the Ulta Beauty Dewy Makeup Setting Spray, and I'm using the Ulta Contour Kit to fan out my face because I like to fan out my face after I use setting spray. But now I'm just using the Ulta Beauty Brow Tint in the shade Deep, but that's pretty much it. Now I'll let Past Me tell you more about the products. So this is the completed look. Overall, I am really happy with how everything came out and looks all together. There are a few concerns that I have with a couple of different products, but overall I feel like my experience was very pleasant. I don't know where I put the primer, but to start out with like my base situation, the primer felt very smoothing. There was like a little piece in there that kind of helped it not spit out too much product at once, but it kind of just shot out. So the packaging isn't necessarily the best, but the feeling of the primer felt really nice. I don't know if it was the foundation's fault or the primer's fault, but the foundation kind of slid around really easily, but I had a hard time getting this to be even all over the face. Like it was very slippery. And then also it kind of adhered to dry spots really easily. Even spots that weren't really dry, it ended up looking a bit dry. And I also just don't think it gave the best coverage. Maybe this foundation will perform better underneath a different base, but I'm open to giving this another chance. I think the color match was pretty good. But moving on to the concealer was not really that full coverage. It blended out really easily and it also doesn't feel tight or anything. I like the consistency of it, but it didn't give the best coverage, which is, you know, fine. I didn't have that much to cover up. And also the shade range for it wasn't that great, but the consistency is, and I didn't find there to be a ton of creasing. And if a concealer is gonna crease on me, it usually creases pretty instantly. I gotta say the two brow products are really, really nice. The Ulta Beauty Ultra Slim Brow Pencil in dark brown worked really, really well for me. I almost think I enjoyed using it a little bit more than the Brow Wiz, which is like a big deal. I just felt like I had better control of it. Sometimes the Brow Wiz is a little bit too hard, which I know is good so that you have more control, but I don't know, sometimes it just isn't working how I want it to work, and this went on pretty flawlessly. And then I also really liked the brow tint, the little brow gel. I thought that it just looked nice on the brows. As far as eyeshadow, I really enjoyed using this palette. I actually think that if you're in the market for kind of like a more affordable matte eyeshadow palette. This one is really nice. The colors blended out beautifully. I thought that this little glitter eye top coat was stunning. I love a good glitter eye top coat, and these definitely performed how I like. I really love the ones from Urban Decay. I think they're the Moon Dust shadows or something, and these performed honestly just like them. I would totally recommend these, and they have other shades that are really nice and beautiful too. I just really liked this one in the shade Born to Shine. It looks so good. Oh, I forgot to talk about this powder. So I had to take off the little powder stopper or whatever just because none of the powder was coming out, but this powder is really nice and smooth. I think it smoothed my skin out really nicely. It worked great for baking underneath the eyes. It does not look cakey or feel cakey or hard and chalky. I don't know, it was a really nice setting powder. Let's talk about these lashes. So this mascara really surprised me. It's the Ulta Beauty Twisted Volume Maximum Performance Mascara. I was not expecting this mascara to be as beautiful as it is. It gave me huge, long lashes without being clumpy at all. My Monsieur Big, I have to go through and comb my lashes because it just gets so clumpy, but this one gave me the look of the Monsieur Big after I've combed them. So definitely continue using it, and I'll definitely start recommending it to people too. As far as the falsies, you did see me try out that trick where you kind of rub the lashes with a mascara wand or like a spoolie to kind of fluff them up a little bit. I've never tried that before, but I really like the results of it. The original lashes are just too stiff for me. They looked too uniform, they looked cheap, but once I brushed them out, they ended up looking quite wispy and nice, and I feel like they look really good on the eyes. So I used to use this a lot, this Ulta Beauty contour kit. I bought a new one just because the one that I had, I don't even know where it is. I think it's like probably in the garbage or something because it was just so old, but I used to love this palette, so I picked it up again because I knew that I would like it. I think it does a good job at sculpting the face. It definitely lacks that cool tone contour, but I usually don't go for cool toned contour anyway. I don't love how cool tones look on me. These perform really nice, and they also perform great as eyeshadows like any other powder situation. And then these highlighters are also really pretty. They're just kind of basic. The other cheek product that I have was this Baked Sculpt and Glow 3-in-1 palette. This is in Hawaiian Sunrise. This one is beautiful. I felt like the bronzer was a little bit too much almost. Like it's a little bit too orangey for me, but honestly, I would use that as a blush. I think it would look really pretty. The highlighter was beautiful. It was nice and soft and gave me definitely a really nice glow. And the blush was beautiful. Everything that I could ask for in a blush. As far as the lip liner did kind of get a little bit chunky on me. Like it started to kind of ball up and break off as I was using it, so I don't think that the eyeliner is a great product. I would not really recommend it. However, the lipstick is really nice. It swatches really nice. See, it's got like some great pigmentation. It feels really comfortable on the lips, and I also love the color of it. The color is Stay Fierce, which is kind of cringy. And then lastly, I use the Ulta Beauty Dewy Makeup Setting Spray. I used to use the Ulta Beauty setting spray quite often. I thought that it was really nice and like a great cheap alternative to some more higher end makeup setting sprays, but I never really liked the mist on it. But I feel like they changed the mist and it's a lot finer now. Like it's not that fine, but it's not as heavy as it once was. So this one was nice. This kind of smells like coconuts and alcohol. So maybe like a pina colada, but a really strong pina colada. I'm not mad at it though, it's okay. I did like how this felt. I don't think it made me look uber shiny or anything. And when I used it in the past, I did find that the setting spray did make my makeup last quite long. So happy about it. Before I leave, before I sign off, I did want to show you guys this Ulta Beauty Blockbuster. I usually don't think anything of this. I remember I used to get them when I was like 10 years old. They're the perfect gift for like a 10-year-old. But this casing is incredible. Like this is the ultimate travel bag. It obviously was filled with product before. I just took the product out because I want to like fill it up, see how much it can like hold. But it comes with like a detachable piece so that you can fit makeup in and like brushes in. And it has this giant pocket and like 2 other pockets, and it's so slim. It comes with like a little handle. It's just like honestly so nice. So I bought it. It was $15 on sale. I bet it'll go on sale even more, but I kind of didn't want to wait. Plus I had a couple of products that I wanted to use in this video. Like it came with a primer. It also came with this really convenient little like Q-tip holder. That's like hella convenient. But yeah, like this one is quality. I'm digging it. It's the Travel Life one. Go to your local Ulta and pick it up before they get sold out because they are on sale. But yeah, that's everything. I have to wrap this up before my camera dies, which is probably very soon. It's been on red for a minute. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions about any of the products that I use, please leave them down below. If you want to see more full face videos, leave them down below too. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to be notified whenever I post a new one, and hopefully I see you next time.